The silence in my apartment had become my most loyal companion, a presence that never questioned, never betrayed. It had been 3 long months since the day everything I believed about my marriage crumbled beneath the weight of undeniable truth. 3 months since I left Sarah behind without a single word, abandoning 15 years of what I once thought was love. The evidence hadn't just spoken, it had screamed. Text messages laced with intimacy, photographs that captured what should have never existed, hotel receipts detailing every clandestine meeting, a digital breadcrumb trail, each piece a brutal reminder of the double life my wife had been leading for over a year. The woman who had once vowed to love me forever had been loving someone else in secret, betraying our vows with a casual cruelty I couldn't comprehend. That final morning replayed in my mind like a scene from a haunting film. Sarah stood in the kitchen, humming softly as she brewed coffee, her face as serene and familiar as ever. She was utterly unaware that I had spent the entire night unraveling her secret life. For one fleeting moment I questioned everything. Could this warm, composed woman, my wife, truly be the same person who had been meeting another man every Tuesday and Thursday for months? But the truth, I learned, carries a gravity too heavy to deny. I didn't confront her. There was no screaming, no accusations, no dramatic scene. While she was at work, I quietly packed a bag, left my wedding ring on the kitchen counter, and scribbled a single word on a torn piece of paper. Goodbye. Then I walked out of the life we had built, into the unknown. The days that followed blurred together in a haze of numb routines and silent healing. I moved into a modest apartment across town, buried myself in work, and began the painstaking process of rediscovering who I was without her. When friends called or family asked questions, I offered the simplest of explanations. Some relationships just end. I never spoke of the wreckage she left behind. The truth was mine to carry. For weeks, my phone was a battlefield of unanswered calls, frantic texts, and voicemail after voicemail from Sarah, each one more desperate than the last. But I never replied. What was there to say? She had chosen deceit, chose silence. Dignity, I realized, was quieter than rage. Yet solitude, while healing, can also be hollow. I missed companionship, the shared glances during a movie, the lazy Sunday mornings, even the quiet dinners that once felt mundane. I missed the idea of partnership, though ours had clearly been a well-disguised illusion. The pain wasn't just in the betrayal. It was in discovering that everything I thought was real had been a carefully constructed lie. Then last Tuesday everything shifted again. I was leaving the office when I saw her. She stood by my car, leaning against it like a shadow from the past. She looked different, smaller somehow, worn down. Her eyes were red, her expression stripped of the careful polish she always wore. For a moment we just stared at each other across the pavement, two strangers who used to be everything to one another. "Michael," she said, her voice trembling as I approached. "We need to talk." I didn't waver. "No, we really don't. Please," she whispered. "I know what you found. I know why you left. But there are things you don't understand." Her words almost made me laugh. Things I didn't understand. I understood far too much. I understood how promises meant nothing when convenience entered the room. I understood how love could be stored in compartments, taken out for one person and hidden from another. I understood that someone could sleep beside you, kiss your forehead goodnight, and still belong to someone else entirely. "Sarah," I said, my voice calm but resolute, "whatever explanation you think will fix this, it won't. Some betrayals cut too deep." That's when she broke. Not the controlled tears of someone seeking pity, but the raw, uncontrollable sobs of a person who knows they've lost something they can never get back. A part of me wanted to reach for her. 15 years of shared life don't vanish overnight. But I stood still, a pillar of the man I had rebuilt from the ruins she left behind. "It's over," she sobbed. "It's been over for months. I made the biggest mistake of my life. And I've been trying to find you, to explain." "Explain what?" asked, my voice quiet. "That you're sorry I found out. That you miss the safety of our home. Or that you regret risking it all and losing." Her face crumpled. That I love you. That I never stopped. Even when I was selfish. Even when I betrayed everything. Her words floated in the space between us like a fragile thing, waiting to be accepted or shattered. Love. It used to mean everything. Now it just felt empty. I looked at her, this woman who had once shared my life, my dreams, my every tomorrow, and felt absolutely nothing. No anger. No longing. No grief. Just a void where our future used to be. Love isn't enough anymore, I said softly. Trust was everything. And you destroyed it. I walked away without another word, got into my car, and drove off, leaving her alone beneath the cold glow of the parking lot lights. As the city blurred past my windshield, I felt something unexpected, clarity. I hadn't left to punish her. I hadn't disappeared to make her feel the pain she caused. I walked away from me. Because sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to stop accepting less than you deserve. The healing continues. One quiet, solitary day at a time.